Hi guys, welcome officially to spooky season, my favorite season of the year. For those of you who are new to my channel and don't know, Halloween is my favorite holiday. And we are going to be reading a couple of creepypastas, like on Wednesdays, like today. And I had to start off first with my favorite creepypasta. But before we dive into that, as you guys know, for October, I used to do horror movies. Since I haven't had a chance to watch many horror movies, I decided let's read some creepypastas. I used to literally read every single creepypasta. I used to be like in middle school, like not middle school, in like sophomore year of high school, like creepypastas were my thing. Like I just love horror movies, anything creepy, like it just, yes. And then so Wednesdays, we're going to be reading some of my favorite creepypasta stories. Hi guys, I apologize that this intro is going to look a little weird. I couldn't figure out how I want to explain the Saturday videos, so I'm going to cut out after I explain the Wednesday videos in my original intro, and I'm going to put it here. I could not think of how to say this yesterday. So because it's spooky season, I was reminded that I used to watch Sam Goldbach's 3 a.m. challenges in past years. And I thought a good idea for my Saturday videos was to talk about different 3 a.m. challenges and explain like whether I think you should play them, whether I think they're safe or dangerous, yada, 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 right? And I was like, well, I would like to use some like specific examples of like, you know, the games. So I thought that I would watch Sam Goldbach's 3 a.m. challenges and kind of talk about the specifics in his videos that happened. So he's the inspiration for the videos. So I'm going to be watching his videos and then talking about why you might not want to play that game depending on what happened in his videos, yada, yada, yada. So yes, I'm going to be basically watching his videos and then talking about why you might not want to play the game because, you know, some things happen in other people's videos that could happen to you as well. So I'm just doing this as more of a cautionary tale. But yeah, so Sam Goldbach on Saturday, his videos, his playlist of the videos, will always be linked in the description of those Saturday videos to give credit to him for making the videos. But I'm just basically talking about why you would either maybe not want or want to play them, or whether the reward outweighs the risk. Okay, anyway, I'll see you guys. Enjoy the video. Anyway, so let's hop into our first creepypasta today, and it's called Candle Cove, my favorite creepypasta. This is written in like a form website would be written, so I'm gonna read it that way. But all right, let's hop into it. Sky Shale 033. Subject: Candle Cove local kids show. Does anyone remember this kids show? It was called Candle Cove, and I must have been 6 or 7. I never found reference to it anywhere. So I think it was on a local station around 1971 or 1972. I lived in Ironton at the time. I don't remember which station, but I do remember it was on at a weird time, like 4 p.m. Mike_Painter 65. Subject responding, Candle Cove local kids show. R.E. or R.E., you know, whatever. It seems really familiar to me. Okay, yeah. So I was right regarding... Oh my god. Sorry guys. If you saw a cut, it's because I was trying to figure out what something meant. So let me go back. Mike_Painter 65. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. It seems really familiar to me. I grew up outside of Ashland and was 9 years old in 72. Candle Cove. Was it about pirates? I remember a pirate marionette at the mouth of a cave talking to a little girl. Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Yes! Okay, I'm not crazy. I remember Pirate Percy. I was always kind of scared of him. He looked like he was built from parts of other dolls. Real low budget. His head was an old porcelain baby doll. Looked like an antique that didn't belong on the body. I don't remember what station this was. I don't think it was WTSF though. Jaren 2000_2005. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Sorry to resurrect this old thread, but I know exactly which show you mean. Sky Shale. I think Candle Cove ran for only a couple months in 71, not 72. I was 12 and I watched it a few times with my brother. It was channel 58, whatever station that was. My mom would let me switch to it after the news. Let me see what I remember. It took place in Candle Cove, and it was about a little girl who imagined herself to be friends with pirates. The pirate show was called The Laughing Stock. The pirate ship was called The Laughing Stock. And Pirate Percy wasn't a very good pirate because he got scared too easily. And there was calliope music constantly playing. Don't remember the girl's name. Janice or Jade or something. Think it was Janice. Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Thank you, Jaren. Memories flooded back when you mentioned the Laughing Stock and Channel 58. I remember the bow of the ship was a wooden smiling face, with the lower jaw submerged. It looked like it was swallowing the sea, and it had that awful Ed Wynn voice and laugh. I especially remember how jarring it was when they switched from the wooden/plastic model to the foam puppet version of the head that talked. Mike_Painter65. Subject regarding Candle Cove's local kid show. Haha, I remember now too. Winky smiley. Do you remember this part, Sky Shale? You have to go inside. Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kid show. Mike, I got a chill reading that. Yes, I remember. That's when the ship always told Percy when there was a spooky place that he had to go in, like a cave or a dark room where the treasure was. And the camera would push in on Laughingstock's face with each pause. You have to go inside. With his two eyes askew and that flopping foam jaw and the fishing line that opened and closed it. Ugh, it just looked so cheap and awful. You guys remember the villain? He had a face that was just a handlebar mustache above really tall narrow teeth. Kevin_Hart. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. I honestly thought the villain was Pirate Percy. I was about 5 when this show was on. Nightmare fuel. Jaren_2005. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. That wasn't the villain, the puppet with the mustache. That was the villain's sidekick, Horace Horrible. He had a monocle too, but it was on top of the mustache. I used to think that meant he had only one eye. But yeah, the villain was another marionette, the Skin Taker. I can't believe what they let us watch back then. Kevin_Hart. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Jesus H. Christ, the Skin Taker. What kind of a kids show were we watching? I seriously could not look at the screen when the Skin Taker showed up. He just descended out of nowhere on his strings, like a dirty skeleton wearing that brown top hat and cape, and his glass eyes that were too big for his skull. Christ almighty. Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Wasn't his top hat and cloak all sewn up crazily? Was that supposed to be children's skin? Mike_Painter65. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Yeah, I think so. Remember his mouth didn't open and close? His jaw just slid back and forth? I remember the little girl said, "Why does your mouth move like that?" And the Skin Taker didn't look at the girl but at the camera and said, "To grind your skin." Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. I'm so relieved that other people remember this terrible show. I used to have this awful memory, a bad dream I had where the opening jingle ended. The show faded in from black and all the characters were there, but the camera was just cutting to each of their faces, and they were just screaming, and the puppets and marionettes were flailing spastically, and just all screaming. The girl was just moaning and crying like she had been through hours of this. I woke up many times from that nightmare. I used to wet the bed when I had it. Kevin_Hart. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. I don't think that was a dream. I remember that. I remember that was an episode. Sky Shale 033. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. No, not possible. There was no plot or anything. I mean, literally just standing in place, crying and screaming for the whole show. Kevin_Hart. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Maybe I'm malfunctioning the memory because you said that, but I swear to God I remember seeing what you described. They just screamed. Jaren_2005. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. Oh God, yes. The little girl Janice. I remember seeing her shake, and the Skin Taker screaming through his gnashing teeth, his jaw careening so wildly I thought it would come off its wire hinges. I turned it off, and it was the last time I watched. I ran to tell my brother, and we didn't have the courage to turn it back on. Mike_Painter65. Subject regarding Candle Cove local kids show. I visited my mom today at the nursing home. Guys, this is the part. Okay. I visited my mom today at the nursing home. I asked her about when I was little in the early 70s, when I was 8 or 9, and if she remembered a kids show, Candle Cove. She said she was surprised I could remember that, and I asked why. And she said, because I used to think it was so strange that you said, I'm going to go watch Candle Cove now, Mom, and then you would tune the TV to static and just watch dead air for 30 minutes. You had a big imagination with your little pirate show. Oh! Every time I read that ending paragraph, guys, I get chills. Chills all up and down my body. Chills. I have goosebumps on my legs. Oh my God, guys. That literally sends chills down my spine. Like, stories like that where it's like, oh, you just imagined it, or like things like that. Oh, they get me. I love those stories, but they freak me out so much. Anyway, so that was Candle Cove. Please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, what you think. This was always my favorite, so I wanted to start off with like the most nostalgic and my most favorite. Next week, I was going to read a creepypasta, which was the first one I ever found. Candle Cove, I think, was the second one I ever found, but I was going to read you guys the first one I ever found, which was the original Slenderman story. I cannot find the original Slenderman story anywhere. I don't think it's on the internet anymore, so sadly I can't read that one to you guys. But there are a plethora of other creepypastas I can find. And I'm going through them, you know, making a list of the ones I most want to read to you guys. But that was the first one. That was Candle Cove. That will always be my favorite creepypasta ever. Also, if you guys want me to talk about any creepypastas, put them down in the comments below. Or just like tell me your favorite creepypasta, and if I've never read it before, I'll check it out and see what it is. But yeah, so that was the first one that we talked about. Again, on Saturday, maybe I didn't explain it well in the beginning, I'm going to be talking about 3 a.m. challenges and whether I think they're dangerous or not, and like specific things that make me think they're dangerous. Basically, Sam Goldbach is the inspiration for that video. That's what I meant to say. He is the inspiration of why I'm making that video, because he played various 3 a.m. challenges. And so he's kind of the inspiration behind those videos. But yes, I will link his playlist down below since he's the inspiration behind those videos, so you can go and watch him play them if you want to see someone play 3 a.m. challenges. I'm not playing 3 a.m. challenges because they're really scary and I don't want to haunt myself. I'm not the only one who lives in this house. So you guys can go watch his 3 a.m. challenges and then come back to me on Saturday and watch what I think about them, whether I think they're safe or not, whether I think they're worth it to play. Again, at the end of the day, you guys make your own decisions. If you want to play 3 a.m. challenges, you play 3 a.m. challenges. I'm just going to tell you like the challenge that he did. So I'm going to be going through the challenges that he did and say whether I think they're safe or not. But if you guys want me to talk about certain 3 a.m. challenges, leave that in the comments down below too. I'll be reading all the comments. Here, what I wanted to say is that yes, he was the inspiration, and so I'm going to be watching his videos, taking notes on the 3 a.m. challenges he played, and then talking about whether I think that they are safe or not. And talking about whether I think the reward outweighs the risk and all of that. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!